Hey everybody, welcome back to the new and unimproved Retro Gaming Nook. That's right. There's nothing improved. Not really anything new either. It's just another day. So today I'm going to play more of the plug-and-play games that I have. I don't think I've really reviewed a lot of these. Let's see if I can get this to... I don't know. Will it focus on that? Doesn't matter. This is it. It's going to be a little fuzzy, but I'll show it in a different picture. I already have a Miss Pac-Man collection, and I was wondering why I had this as I was going through my collection of plug-and-plays, which coincided with me for the last 3 months or so, or at least around Christmas time. I was considering buying the new Pac-Man collection, Pac-Man Plus collection from Arcade 1-Up, and that's because it had Pac-Man Plus, and I love Pac-Man Plus. And I forgot that it's on this system. I pulled this out the other... So I almost spent like another $200 on a little arcade system for mostly one game. It would have been nice that it was in a cabinet. But this is a pretty good controller, actually. I mean, if I could find a way to really lock it down, it would play just fine. Because it's got micro switches in there. I'm gonna see if you can hear the clicks. So it handles really well. I mean, if anything, sometimes going to the left or right, you might get hung up. But if you're really aggressive with the movements, like it would be if you were really playing on an arcade, it would work perfect. So I'm going to kind of just review this, reviewing it independent of other plug-and-plays. I mean, I can't review this and say, oh, I had all these other games except Pac-Man Plus. So is it really that good? Well, someone may never have had the Miss Pac-Man collection with the extra cartridges that come with it. I don't know if anyone's seen that. I'll probably do a review on that and show everybody. So it has Pac-Man, Pac-Man Plus, Pac and Pal, Super Pac-Man, Galaxian, Bosconian, Dig Dug, and Rally X. So a nice little collection of games for $20 when I bought this. I can also say that the Miss Pac-Man, you'll have to wait to see that one because it had a joystick that could rotate too, so you could play pole position, and it was an 8-directional. This is 4-directional, so playing these games work a lot better. Let's just watch the attract mode while I'm discussing them. So I think this Pac-Man, regular Pac-Man, probably came out in 1980 or so. I used to play it in the arcade at the bowling alley all the time because this was one of the best things out at the time. We were just getting video games with like more colorful graphics instead of just like white or green, standard one-color graphics. Or vector graphics, let's say, too, like asteroids. So this was really exciting, and it was fun to play. My brother probably could get up to, I don't know. He could get up to several of the keys. Once you get up to the key stages, they're all kind of repetitive. So he knew the patterns. So this is a game where if you learn the patterns, you might enjoy just trying to make a run for it. But otherwise, it's pretty boring. So nothing much to see here. It's just Pac-Man, but you can see a very decent clone of this. I mean, obviously it's not the exact arcade, but that's all. So not much to see there. So let's get out of that. Now Pac-Man Plus, I'm going to do this last because this is what I'm excited about. So let's do Pac and Pal. Pac and Pal I never quite get the point of. Again, all these games would have been the early 1980s. So I figured we'll just watch the attract mode so you can see. Like, you can get these weird things that power you up and allow you to shoot these, like, laser blasts out of Pac-Man's mouth. So, kind of weird. And what you do is you get the cards, they open up a door, and then you go get the corresponding item with that. Sometimes you see the pal guy. He chases around and grabs the first thing you get, and then he brings it back into the home region. And I think you've got to catch him before he does that, or you don't get the points. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe his whole purpose is he does give you the points. But it's a fine game. It's just I don't get the purpose of it. It's pretty difficult too, actually, as you get up to the higher stages. But I'll give you a little play of the music. So let's see. I'm going to let him go into the bin there up top and where the ghosts go and see if he actually gives me points. Yeah, see, I got no points for that. So the only way I can get points is to get them myself. So the goal is to just flip the cards open up. He's going to come out right now, huh? And you see Pal doesn't hurt you, the little green guy. So this is going to be... So now I'm powered up. Oh, I forgot you can go in here. You go right into their little home place. So there, it's instead of getting a power pellet and then turn blue, you kind of see you just do that. So, and the ghosts have really weird patterns. They pause. It's just bizarre. Now, do I get more points for getting him with this? God damn that little bastard. All right, there you go. So, that's all. Again, if someone could explain to me in the comments why this is a great game, other than just being a little fun. I played it in the arcades a couple times. It's just like, I get it, but I don't get it. I am sure I want to quit. Super Pac-Man. I feel like this was just Pac-Man where you turn giant or something like that, right? Again, not one that I was crazy about playing in the arcades. Oh, okay, so it's kind of, that's right. You open up keys, the keys open up doors, and then you get the giant thing. Do I get to eat them like this? No, I just go through them. I still need to get a power pellet. But see, it kind of makes you invincible, and, I mean, you're just giant covering the whole screen. Again, I'm not sure I fully understand the purpose of this. So they just, they change stuff up a little bit, and it's not quite a maze. I don't know. Not too exciting. I think the mazes change. If anyone wants to see more gameplay of this, check it out on some other channel, because I'm not going to play it that much. Alright, so, let's see. We'll quit. I think everyone knows Galaxian. Pretty basic. This is the first one, which doesn't even have the thing where you get your ships captured. So an amazing, compared to maybe Space Invaders, this was much more entertaining for me, and pretty difficult to master because of the, you get one shot off at a time. See, if you don't get the other shot to hit something, you're missing a shot, and one of the goals is getting the 3 of those to get the bonus. But again, another game that feels amazing for the time it came out, but then as other things improved on it, it got a little more tedious. The one thing I'll say about this controller is the button's pretty stiff. So it's not perfect. I'd have to get in there, and I don't really play the games that use the button, so it doesn't matter much. So that would give it a knock in my book, which makes it tough to time shots sometimes, because you think you've pressed it, but you really got to press hard, and that's going to wear on your thumb, especially on a game like this. So there we go. Nothing fancy about Galaxian. Galaga is a good deal more fun. Now, Bosconian, I don't even know if I played this in the arcade more than once or twice. I mean, I just don't remember it being very fun. Wow, see, so even though I blew it up, it can still get blown up. And that's right, you got to get these things. That's what it is. Alive. don't know if I'm playing this right, if there's a better way. I mean, you're just being chased. Oh, I'm not watching the small map there. How did I double fire? Oh, I can double fire. I didn't realize that. Whoa! They're sending a whole task force after me. Now I gotta fly all the way up there again. But I think it's this kind of stuff. And, you know, it's just over and over the same kind of missions. So, again, nothing exciting, but it's perfect early 80s arcade stuff. Dig Dug, I want to like this. Again, it suffers from the button being really stiff. I could probably figure out how to make that a little better. And I don't know why they couldn't have shrunk the graphics down just a smidge. The screen scrolls just a little bit, which is annoying. I wish they wouldn't have done that. There had to be a better way, but maybe they wanted to make sure they were getting the sprites 1-to-1 with what the arcade was. So in the arcade, obviously the monitors would be turned sideways. See, you can't see them getting away up there. It's just, if you were at the bottom and you didn't know there was a guy closer to the top, you kind of lost track of him. You might lose a guy. Also, you're using your thumb for the button on this again, and that's never the best. I almost feel like if I'm not thinking wrong, the joystick would be used with your left hand? Maybe not. I'd have to look at the arcade again. But again, I used to play this a lot in the arcade at Action Family Arcade. He went right through that. That's a wall up there. You're not supposed to be able to drop through that. That wasn't fair. So, obviously, again, not a perfect arcade port, or that's just a glitch in this. You're supposed to be able to shoot through those little tiny walls, but they can't leave them. But I really do like Dig Dug. I just don't like killing my thumb on this. And it handles well because of the 4-way controller on this instead of being an 8-way makes a big difference on a lot of these games. You don't miss the turns as much. So I'm really, really impressed with the quality of this controller. If they could just make that button a little softer. So there we go. There's Dig Dug. Well worth having. Rally X. This one's okay. It's pretty challenging. You got to run around and see the map there. You capture all the flags. You have a few smoke screens you can use. So you got to make use of the large and the small map while these guys are chasing you, which is super important. That's a bonus when you get that for your fuel. See, I can get him all tied up like that. He's going to go all spin dizzy for a while. And then the mazes just change. You get more people after you. See, there's only one guy after me right now. I don't even need to use my smoke screen. I think they send 2 after you. The maps, they get faster. The maps get a little more complicated. Yeah, see at the very bottom of the screen. I don't know if you guys can see that in the recording. There's 2 little dots now coming after me. What's funny is how your car kind of spins around. You know, it just kind of... You'll be going back and forth, and the car just kind of does these spins. I just wanted to show you. I'm gonna die here, obviously, but that's all there is to this. And not to say that it's not challenging. You know, you can totally stifle those guys, and it does take some skill. So this is a pretty fun game. You can get right into it, and it can become very frustrating when you're thinking you're doing great, and then something, you know, those guys just go a little haywire and start really chasing. You see them coming after me? Now they're all confused. You can probably tell which games I like better, just based off of the fact that I am having trouble stopping playing them. So let's quit that. And then let's go to Pac-Man Plus, which was just, this is Pac-Man on steroids like it should be. This is taking the core heart of the game Pac-Man and turning it up to 11. Same maze, which is fine. Faster speeds right from the start. More aggressive ghosts. See these things? They turn invisible when you eat the little bonus items. They're out there somewhere. You can get more points. That's just one of the things that happens when you eat those bonus items. Here's another thing that'll happen when you eat the power pellets. You'll see it soon enough. What am I doing? I'm trapping myself here. Oh, ho, ho. That was not a good move. Oops. I like good points for these, so I always like going to get those. Because, oh, see, he was still in there. He didn't change. And see, there's the other thing, too. You just saw it. The red guy didn't change when I ate the power pellet. That can happen sometimes. Jeez, see, they're very aggressive and herky-jerky with the reverse rotations and stuff. So I'd like to, I haven't done it yet, I'd like to see someone do a run of this where they get a high score, because I'd be much more impressed than with someone doing it on Pac-Man where they learn the patterns. Not that that doesn't take a lot of focus. This is the only pattern I figured out to run, to just eat the most. Wow, he didn't change after. If I would have gone after him, I would have been in trouble. But there's different things. You got the Coke can, you got a little martini. Obviously, it was a mature thing. It was like an adult version of Pac-Man in a way. And I don't mean, super adult. I just mean this was. Look at that. See, he didn't even change. And he's super fast and aggressive. Don't think you're going to get away from, what, Inky? Inky, Blinky, Pinky, and is it Clyde on this? Probably Clyde. See, but it's, oh, ho, 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 ho. That was close. You can set it up so you're going to be able to get all four of them, but they don't always change. And I don't know why or how. Is it if they're too close to you they don't change? But it doesn't seem to make sense. There might be some logic behind it, but I don't know. And like I said, I just do this little pattern because I never seem to get taken, and I get to this right away. And it gives me time, it frees me up to eat all these little extras down here. See? He didn't change, so I'm getting trapped. You think you're going to be able to go right up and eat somebody and go right through there, and you get trapped. It messes up your plans. God damn, see? Whoa. And they don't stay long. They do not stay long. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. And, sometimes when you think you're going to be able to get away, they're so fast you can't. That was fortunate. They went a good way. I mean, I usually get up to like the fifth or sixth level on here because it's just so hard. And I've been playing this for years. I refuse to look up anything about patterns and stuff for it. I just always want to be able to figure out something on my own someday, but I don't really play it enough. Boy. I'm dead. I'm dead. They're so aggressive. You go in those tunnels, you just don't have enough time to get through them. I'll be lucky if I get through this. Yeah, see that? Pinky didn't even change. I forgot that. You've probably seen that already. I didn't even talk about it, how the boards disappear. You don't have time to eat them. Damn it, come on. Horrible game. Horrible game, but I can't get enough of it. There you go. I couldn't even get to the second intermission this time. Usually I got to play, 3 or 4 times to get good again. But that's the, quit. Yes. That's this collection. And, I paid $20 for this when it came out. And compared to the stuff that's $20 now, which sometimes isn't even like an arcade quality clone, sometimes it's maybe a knockoff from like the NES version or something like that. I mean, this was the era to get these back in 2004 to 2009 or so. That was the time to get these, and I've got more. I'm going to share them with you, and you can see and decide if one's worth picking up for you. These just plug into regular RCA jacks. You can, if you have a modern TV that doesn't have those, you can get an adapter usually for about $13 that lets you plug into that, and then it goes into HDMI, which gets rid of the lag, as opposed to going directly into some TVs that have the AV ports, the RCA ones, have lag on them. But if you go right into your HDMI with a little adapter, it reduces lag. Or if you have a CRT, you can see how good this looks. I mean, it's just wonderful. So again, because of this controller, I'll give this thing a 4 out of 5, only because my thumb hurts a lot. And the collection could have maybe 1 or 2 different games that might spice it up a bit, but either way, this is a really good old school collection of early 1980s classics based off of the Pac-Man character. And you know what? I don't like some of those other games too much. I don't hate them, but you might find that you just totally love like Super Pac-Man or Pac-and-Pal just because of its vibe. But me, this is gold for me. Miss Pac-Man, Junior Pac-Man are incredible. I'd love to have Junior Pac-Man arcade style on something. I don't know what the licensing is with that. They've been able to work out Miss Pac-Man sometimes, but Junior Pac-Man, I haven't seen it on anything. I got it on the Atari 2600. I don't think it's come out on any modern systems or collections since. It's a real shame. They've got to work that out because Pac-Man, or Junior Pac-Man, is amazing. So there you go. Quick little review. 4 out of 5 on this. Good joystick. Okay fire button. Nice collection. We'll see you next time, everyone. So long.